Hi, my name is Robert, and today we're going to talk about the concept of bundled deconcentration in the second memorandum on spatial planning of the Netherlands in the 70s. The first sentence of this memorandum is rule is to look into the future. In the past, futuristic planning could only be found in science fiction books, but it turned out that it could also be a real working area for spatial planners. The concept of bundled deconcentration came up in the agenda of the Dutch planning system in the 70s, after the Second World War. A lot began to change in the country, and the Netherlands wanted to plan for this, to lead the country into a good direction. Things like automation, the rise of the middle class, the widely use of cars, and populational growth, and the question of accessibility to green space called for planning so that the Randstad area did not turn into massive urban metropole cities as the likes of London and Paris. To make this a reality, the Dutch government turned to spatial policymakers. The idea behind the concept was to avoid excessively high densities in the main cities due to population growth, while concurrently avoiding sprawl. At that time, the belief in the extent to which social change could be affected by the national government policies was strong. In the Amsterdam region, for example, priority was given to the development of growth poles of Purmerend and Haarlemmermeer, as these municipalities were nearby and willing to cater the growth of the central city of Amsterdam into a concentrated form. Further, a new town, Almere, was planned in the Flevopolder to accommodate part of the rapidly growing population of the Netherlands and the Dutch capital city. These designated growth areas are shown on the map and were considered a great accomplishment in the world of urban development and were implemented in many other countries such as Ireland, the United Kingdom, Germany, and many more. The policy of controlling growth to preserve green areas around major cities and counter sprawl also had its downsides. From the year 1980, the Dutch plans changed. The negative effects in the big cities, such as large commuting flows and the departure of the high and middle class families. This called for a new policy to keep people from moving out. The compact city plan was born and has led to a new area in the Dutch spatial planning. Dit wordt het perfect used.